Ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Buying time to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Man open is Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. The Sanders on 1st down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward. A gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on 1st down. 6-0 our score after 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Fletcher Cox in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, You don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throw complete there, Rodgers.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on a passing play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And an Eagle first down.
We'll remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts, escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
He was looking for Watkins that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. On the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Rolling to his right. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
On first down, Mahomes steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mahomes now on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 2nd and 10.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 49 is the Mike. Watch 49.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc., but this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get done.
It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20.
That's right, baby. It's all
Touchdown, Philadelphia. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Chiefs 9, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with the struggles they've had putting points on the board, he's the one who's had the breakthrough, trying to find him again for another one to try and add to their total.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
57, Mike, 57.
Now it's Mahomes again. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
57, Mike.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's put that team on, huh? 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelce, left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a 16-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Steps away. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything. And here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
They'll roll him out right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're going to look to throw. Out to his left. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flush to his right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Chiefs will use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to them a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right. I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. Any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You'd better be ready to play.
you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not walk with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace for peace of mind. Unlike Malcolm with